up all over the place, in so many just ridiculous places that it wasn't there before. I mean, if whether it's the woman that got, kicked out of Victoria's Secret, or the crazy woman who was losing her mind over having to pay for a bag at Michael's, or, just all of these different, things that are happening, and it's because somebody's given them the green light that this is suddenly okay. This is not okay. And so I understand where there's a lot of fear for a lot of people to not want to put their face to it, but I do definitely understand the importance of it, and I can appreciate the people brave enough to do that. So the last topic that I wanted to touch on before we wrap things up, just because I've been playing a lot of video games, and I was playing Fallout the other day, and I was wandering through the nuclear wasteland, and as I was looking around at everything, I was like, oh, well, I feel like this is a training wheels for how things may be in a few months. So I better
collection of bottle tops started on our fridge.
Sweet. We're going to have to chip up our bottle cap table, Wendy. It'll be great. I'm going to be using that to pay for things soon. So, of course, Trump being Trump is already poking a badger with, going and making a lovely courtesy call to Taiwan, much to the middle fingers of China. And he's stirring things up with people that he really has no business doing any of this with. And I'm just, waiting to see who are we going to be getting into a war with first. Is it going to be China? Is it going to be India? It's nice to know that we have options. Dex, Katie, let's start with you guys.
Oh my God! I am seriously. That's one thing that terrifies me more than anything else, is the fact that this man is going to be opening his mouth to people that already don't like us as a country, and he's just going to be adding fuel to their hate fires and just giving them more and more reasons to, not want to have anything to do with us. On a best case scenario, or on the worst case scenario, start a conflict with us. And, it's worse than him having the finger on the button in some cases,
Agreed.
Totally
agreed.
I just, we all grew up kind of, I'm assuming, I'm not sure how old everybody is, but we all grew up kind of in the era of the frickin' Soviet Union and, worrying about nuclear war. And I remember, being 8, 9, 10 years old, just scared to death that we were all going to die in a horrific nuclear accident or live through the fallout and then die of radiation poisoning in the aftermath. And and now I'm like, great, I'm freaking 40 years old and I am right back in it. Thanks there, Cheeto, for, because you can't, and it's not even just, he opens his mouth whenever he feels like, and I think I asked this last time. I'll probably say it every time. Who is giving him the phone? Stop handing the phone over to this man. It's not like they're calling him on his cell or something, although maybe they are. Who frickin' knows? And we're right back in this. I want to be the guy, the it guy. I don't really care about the policy shit. I just want to talk. I just want to say that I got to talk to the head of Pakistan, and he invited me to come visit. And I said, sure, that would be great, without fucking thinking about the fact that, this is a national incident, Mr. President. You can't just.
Well, it was in the intelligence briefing that morning, but he missed that.
The one that he skipped.
That's right.
So. Yeah, and between the Twitter and randomly popping off at the mouth, I will be very freaking surprised. I'm sure it would be funny if it weren't so terrifying, but I'm sure China was like, what? What is this guy doing? We thought this was all an act. No, this is apparently real. This is how he behaves all the freaking time. And the idea of what China can do to us, not just militarily, because you can pretty much do anything if you have more than 1 billion people to throw away. But then what they can do to us with economic sanctions, what they can do to us on that front is flat out terrifying.
Kara, what about you?
So before he was actually elected, and I shouldn't laugh, this is terrible. When we thought that it was not possible, I would tell people, can you imagine we would get nuked within 6 months? And now I'm like, oh God, I still think we could get nuked within 6 months. So I don't know which country is going to go first. I mean, it's really just a grab bag at this point. But I definitely...
I think there's actually a take a number line at the door now.
I feel like surprisingly, I feel like we are safe from Russia and from North Korea. Other than that, it's up for grabs.
That's literally the worst.
It is literally.
Safe from like the random terrorists, because quite frankly, I think ISIS is like, sweet, we can take the next 4 years off at least. This guy's gonna fuck it up all on his own. We don't have to jack shit.
Aaron, what about you?
So yeah, oh my God, I'm with you guys. Why did they give him the phone? Like, or here's a theory I have. He has like pocket phones all over him, and he just like has little phones that he's constantly like picking up and just like tweeting and calling people. I want them to give him cue cards, because I think he could handle that. Because I mean, why has nobody called out the fact that he literally has like 3 words that he knows, which is like great and like huge and amazing or whatever.
Tremendous.
Right. Give him some cue cards of like things he can say to people so that he doesn't like start wars.
So he doesn't go off the script.
The only way.
Yeah, that would be great. Wendy, what about you?
Yeah, I don't know what to do with him. And, you know, wasn't it back before the election when they took away his Twitter account? They changed the password or whatever. Why can't we do that again?
I think that person got fired. Now that the new person's afraid to lose their job.
Yeah, I mean, taking a call from the leader of Pakistan and creating a diplomatic incident with that. You know, Pakistan's great and wonderful and all these things. And I can imagine, you know, we've got good relations with India. And they're sitting here going, you can't promise them Kashmir. That's no. And then Taiwan, we've had the one China policy for, 40 years now? And, you know, yes, we're friendly with Taiwan off the record. But you don't just start talking to the president of Taiwan and not irritate China. And this just... Somebody take away all of his pocket phones. I mean, they need to run him through the metal detector before he walks into the office in the morning. Take away all of his electronic devices. Change the password on the Twitter account. Just everything. And, yeah, give him teleprompters and cue cards and keep him on the script. And somebody needs to lead him around and... Yeah, just... Or... Heaven forbid, let Ivanka do it. I mean, she's obviously got a pretty good reign on that. And please, maybe she can keep him under control.
Yeah, I don't think that's even close to likely. Well, first off, if he's hiding phones anywhere, it's in that little cotton candy mop top that he's got. And B, I think maybe as far as fixing the Twitter and phone situation, if we, it's getting colder now, we could probably get Trump to wear some of those really tiny kid-sized mittens, the ones with no fingers. Don't make it hard for him to hit the buttons. Yeah. I just, he's not even officially the president yet, and he's already just screwing shit up and stirring shit up. And that's just so terrifying, because it's like, I mean, really, what's going to happen when he's at the big boy desk? And we were joking around earlier saying, wouldn't it be great if Obama just declared martial law and said, no, I'm sorry, I'm staying for 4 more years? As great as that would be, be, of course, the start to Civil War Part 2. And, I don't know.
That's not off the table.
It's still, it's not.
We won the first one. Come on.
Who is we?
President Obama, please, if you're listening, NSA, somebody tell him. Do it.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I really just don't know.
I know so many Southern folks, and I know y'all in Texas know a lot of these too, that are just itching for the South to rise again.
Oh, God.
So this is just... This is their perfect opportunity if they're ever going to do it.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Let me know if you can find north on the map.
Yeah, I'm gonna one out. Get me out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Texas is its own country, y'all. Everybody knows that.
Oh my god, when that was all going, this is so tangential, but when that was all going on, I was like, do it! Just do it! You have no idea what kind of ruckus that causes. Like, you have to re-sign all of these treaties with the rest of the damn world. You people do not know what you're doing.
You know, we went and saw Henry Rollins the other night, and he was talking about like what he would do if he had to break Texas up into its own 5 separate countries. Or 5 separate states, even, I think. Mm-hmm. And it was literally, he just drew big circles around, like, Houston and Austin and Dallas, which nobody likes. And, God, what was the other one? Like El Paso or something? I don't know. But
I think it was San Antonio.
And then just the rest.
One.
The rest of it's just, like, the wild land, which is basically where all the Trump voters, I think, live. So
Where the wildlings live.
Yeah. I mean, it would almost be like Game of Thrones, where we'd have to build a wall around each of these cities and have the Night's Watch keeping them out.
Did you see that news bit where one of the administration was talking about, this is like Game of Thrones, and everybody was like, have you seen Game of Thrones?
Everybody dies.
I'm like, well, I'm okay with that. If you're talking about just the administration part. If y'all want to have a red wedding, you go right ahead.
Oh my
Who's
god!
Tyrion, though?
Is it? I still want to say it's Trump.
Those hands.
He's got
That's about
the
the right stuff. Oh god.
No, let's be honest. Trump in the Game of Thrones comparison is totally Joffrey. Somebody needs to get that man a drink.
Yes.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, all I want to do is say, okay, well, thanks for listening, everybody, and join us next week where we give you tips on how to survive the nuclear apocalypse. And
save your bottle caps.
Save your bottle caps. But seriously, that wraps up our show this week. Thank you again, ladies, for hanging out. Thank you, everybody, for listening. If you like the show, definitely feel free to share, like, and comment. Let us know what you think. And we will catch you guys next time. This has been Nasty Women Nation. Have a great night, everybody.
Cheers.